You went for soap. It was perfect. And where's Martin?
He ain't out yet.
Why not?
What's going on? Where is Martin? And what are you doing out and not him?
Yeah, let's all go except him. I didn't want to go. None of us wanted to go without him. He made us.
Where's Martin?
They're holding him without bail.
Why?
They say that he's broken probation for an old traffic violation. Driving in Alabama with Georgia license plates.
Now, how can they hold him without bail for that?
They've done more. They've sentenced him to 6 months hard labor on the Georgia chain gang.
6 months hard labor on the gang for what? For a traffic violation? It's not going to stick. They'll never get away with it. They will never get away with it.
What for?
You're going to Reedsville.
Martin never forgot that ride. In that ride was all the fear that a black man could have in 1959. Because one knew that they could take you into the countryside, murder you, and leave you on the side of the road. Or make you jump from a bridge the way they had Emmett Till not long before.
This isn't the way to Reedsville. Where are you taking me?
I disagree with my son about many things, but I admire his courage a great deal. All we can do is the best we can for him and try and live up to that courage.
Mommy, there's someone on the phone.
Dookie, get off the telephone.
Mrs. King,
Yes?
Senator Kennedy would like to speak to you.
This is Senator Kennedy. I was just thinking about you and Dr. King and wanted to express to you my concern about your husband and ask if there's anything I can do.
Well, thank you. I appreciate your concern. And I would appreciate anything you can do to help.
I've spoken to the authorities in Reedsville.
Thank you.
Understand, you're expecting a baby.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Hope you don't let this disturb you too much. If there's anything I can do to help, please feel free to call.
Well, thank you. It was very kind of you to call.
You say my father was a great man. I wish I remembered him better. He was always going to jail. But the last time I would see him would be on an airplane. So I thought he went to jail on the airplane. I was fascinated by what was on the airplane.
Why can't we just freeze Junkie just as she is? Oh.
I got a satchel full of votes, and I'm going to drop them all in the lap of John F. Kennedy.
Doesn't be too much in a hurry to do that. Now he's running a very tight election with Nixon. He needs that black vote. And he may not have done this out of the loftiest of motives. There are times when the morally wise is also the politically expedient.
My name is Andrew Young. In 1961, the law of the land was that all interstate travel facilities must be integrated. On May 4th, blacks and whites trained in nonviolence boarded buses. We were coming into Montgomery. The police were supposed to provide protection.
What do we do?
We get out. Open it. Open it. I'm John Siegenthaler. Attorney General Robert Kennedy has
Hit that nigga, turn it inside out! Come here,
You to stop these freedom rides.
I don't have the power to stop them. I'm not even sure I would want to.
Let's put this in perspective. You have a friend in this administration.
We're not so sure of that.
Could you explain that, please?
There was a plank in your platform that pledged sweeping and historical fight for integration. You pledged that you would wipe out housing discrimination with a stroke of the pen.
We've appointed Negroes to some very significant jobs.
Yes, and you've appointed 3 of the most outspoken segregationists to the first 3 federal judgeships.
As you may have noticed, I didn't win this election to the greatest of mandates. The extent of what I can do is somewhat limited.
You can take the mandate. You're President of the United States. You can do anything you want to do.
There are other things I want to accomplish in this administration, Mr. Harrison.
There's nothing more important in this issue. It's the central moral issue in the United States, and you know it.
But civil rights isn't very good politics, is it?
It's lousy politics.
I've been in this office many times, and I've talked with many men sitting in that chair. The best of them was Roosevelt, and I had to threaten him with a mass march on the Capitol before he would issue decrees prohibiting job discrimination in the war industries on the basis of color. Just so he would do that.
Yes, that's all very well. But you see, I am the Attorney General of the United States. And right now, at this very moment, there's a group of your freedom riders in a church in Montgomery, surrounded by a mob that wants to kill them. Now, how am I going to get them out of there?
Let them kill them. Let them kill them. Churches have been bombed. A minister's been beaten to death because he wanted to give support to black people. Children have been on the verge of starvation. What do you give a damn about those people in that church for? Because of some newspaper stories have been written about them?
Yes, well, why don't you get proof for me and then we can prosecute? But we can't prosecute without proof.
The FBI gets proof every day of beatings, rapes, and yes, murders. But those reports are suppressed or destroyed, and there hasn't been one single conviction. But you won't do anything about that, will you? And I'll tell you why. Because you don't want to have a confrontation with J. Edgar Hoover, do you?
How'd it go? The new frontier is not nearly new enough. And the frontier is set too close to the rear.
Where you going?
Going to Montgomery. And people think he wasn't scared. I know better.
What's the matter? I got the hiccup. Excuse me, can you give me a glass of water, please? Take it easy. Hurry with that water.
Got a lot of guts. Excuse me.
Yes, we keep hearing that morals can't be legislated. But behavior can be legislated. The law may not be able to make a man love me, but it can certainly stop him from lynching me.